All right, let's go. Crank it. Yes, people, welcome my new project car, the Audi RS3 8V. I bought this from Copart for £25,000. If you don't know already, this is a 2.5 litre, 5-cylinder Darza engine. The report said it's HPI clear, which means it's not categorized, it's not Cat N or a Cat S or stolen, recovered, none of that. The only thing on the report said it's got mechanical damage, and we're about to find out what. So without further delay, let's get started. The bids have just started. See that one person? He's going for it. I think it's just one person right now, isn't it? He's in the UK, can you see? Oh, I want it. Oh. Yeah? Bonus time again? No, let's just hope the block is good on this one.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Oh. So, I was on Copart looking for my next project car, as usual. I mean, it's become a bit of a hobby now. That's when I came across 3. The first thing I noticed without a doubt is of course the colour. You can't miss a green car, can you? I mean, just look at that. Looks absolutely stunning. Got the RS Super Sport bucket seats, got carbon everywhere. But what's wrong with it, you might ask? So straight away you can see it's a used unrecorded vehicle and it does not run. Mileage is fairly low at 31,000 and the primary damage is mechanical. Just quickly flicking through the pictures, I had a quick look at the engine bay and it looks like the turbo was missing over here as well. And carbon fiber is a little cracked. But yeah, I wonder what's wrong with it. Very low mileage. Let's see what the additional information has to say. So engine will not start, reason unknown, turbo removed, some parts in rear of boot, I'm assuming. Now if you ask me, I've seen loads of RS3s in my time that have shot a rod through the block, especially the tuned ones. And this car specifically definitely looks tuned. Look at it. Do you think someone's left out of stock? I guess we're gonna find out. Let's get straight into it. Let's do a full walk around the car and see what it's got on it. Straight away, you can see the stunning paintwork, Viper green. That is a very, very nice color. Stands out very much. And look at this carbon fiber. This is a madness. It's got carbon in every single trim. This car is dripping in carbon everywhere. Let's walk all around the car and check it out. And straight away, as you can see, it's got Michelin PS4 tires. So the previous owner spared no expense. Again, carbon fiber on the side mirror. Look at that. RS bucket seats. No messing around. There's one thing I want to point out to you guys. Check this out. I might just be lucky to have bought an Audi RS3 that's got ceramic brake discs on it. Look at that. I don't know if this car comes from factory with ceramic discs, but I'm 99% sure that is ceramic. That is not steel. It even says on the caliper, Audi ceramic. I'll have to confirm that later. It's a bit rusty right now. It's got carbon fiber on the side skirts. Stunning car. Absolutely stunning. Come around the back again. You literally got carbon fiber on the rear diffuser as well. A bit of the F1 light stuff. Carbon fiber in the rear. Yeah guys, stunning car. So let's get straight into the issues. What's wrong with this car? So what I'm going to do is jump in and crank it. And let's see what happens. We'll find out what mechanical issues it's got. Let's go. Since the battery is completely dead, let's attach a booster to it. Oh my days, look at that. Carbon fiber steering wheel. I'm definitely lucky, I tell you that. This is going to be a mad project. Just to remind you guys, the GT63s comp is still live right now and it ends on the 31st of December. Somebody is going to win this car. This car is worth £130,000 and one of you guys are going to win it for only £7.99. All you have to do is enter the competition, choose the correct answer, choose your entries and check out. Just check this out. What an absolute beast of a car. Imagine you win this for the new year. This would be a life-changing experience. Don't miss out guys. Head over to boostcomps.co.uk and enter the competition now. There you have it guys. 2.5 litre, 5-cylinder, and I'm pretty sure, being a 67 plate, this is a Darza engine. Now if you don't know what that means, it means it's the better out of the two. You got the DNWA and you got the Darza. And the difference would be the camshaft. One of the camshafts are different, but it performs better than the DNWA version, which means it's far more tunable. Talking about tuning, I'm about to tell you a lot more about this car and our plans with it. But anyway, let's carry on with our checks. So straight away, I can see it's got a Revo carbon fiber, again, in carbon fiber intake, aftermarket upgraded, but this bit's missing. And if you look down here, what you can see is someone's removed the turbo. But look what you also can see. Look at this. Got a bit of an oil leak down there. What's even mad is look at this. That looks like downpipe to me. There's no cat on that. And also, it's APR. So that is a very good aftermarket brand. This is starting to look mad. I need to do more research into this car and find out what's wrong with it. Let's start this car, or let's try start it, and let's see what happens. If you look closely, the steering even has green stitching on it, so it's definitely custom. What? Bang & Olufsen speakers as well. We're definitely not missing any spec on this one. Carbon fiber interior. All right, let's go. Crank it.
Again?
Stop. Right. Looks like we've got no start. And oil is surely coming out from the back where the turbo is supposed to be. But in terms of starting the car, we'll worry about the turbo later. We'll focus on what's wrong with the engine. What do you think? What does it sound like?
Sound like valve, man. Sound like a valve.
Valves. Sound like valves.
Yeah.
As in, no compression. So at the moment, we've cranked the engine up and it doesn't seem to start. The first thing is obvious. We're going to do a fault code scan on this car first and see what we find. So let's do that. Let's have a look at the back. Nothing to see here other than the seats being continued from the front. I love these bucket seats. Amazing. All right, let's open this boot lid, see what we find. Okay, that's good. That's good. I've located the missing intake pipe, again in carbon fiber. And this looks like the pipe that goes straight to the turbo. Okay. Forge as well. This car's definitely got some sort of tuning history in it.
Buried for a while.
Wow, look at this.
Fucking buried for a while, bro.
Well, it's been parked for a while, that's for sure. So, expansion tank bottle, also in the boot. We've got a exhaust or turbo gasket over here. And you got some other bits and pieces. Good thing they left the bolts for us. But yeah, other than that, we've got nothing else here except for a number plate. All right, let's crack on. All right, we've got 19 fault codes on the engine. Let's pause it and let's see what they are. Wow, 19's a lot. Okay, interesting. We got engine oil pressure below lower limit, ECM, PCM, power relay, too early, camshaft position sensor circuit, that would be to do with timing, but again, this is the sensor, so we'll have to look at that. Turbo supercharger on the boost. I'm not surprised since the turbo is unplugged. Look at this. Cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them. Cam adjuster A. That could be triggering that fault code there, or the other way around. We'll find out. So, based on what we found so far, and the sound of the engine, it seems like there's no compression at the moment. So what we're going to do first, before anything, is do a compression test to rule out the engine, whether it's bad or not. Then we can decide if this engine is getting removed. However, I have said we're going to be doing a madness on this car, and I'm going to announce that at the end of this video, so make sure you keep watching.
Alright, let's take all this stuff out. Hey, what's this? What's this?
You see?
What?
Oh, no way. Dyno Spectrum. I know what this is. This is called a DS1. No bloody way.
Does that mean the car's mapped?
This means a lot of things, I'll tell you that right now. So what we've seen so far is turbo's missing, it's got carbon everywhere, carbon intake, ceramic brake discs, which look aftermarket, and now I found a DS1. This car, without a doubt, was tuned. To what level, I don't know. Did it have a hybrid turbo? Is the engine forged? I guess we're about to find out soon. All right, first things first, we're going to do a compression test on this engine. So we're going to quickly remove the ignition coils and the spark plugs in able to carry out the compression test. Now, what the compression test means is basically inserting a tool, which gives us a gauge, and once we crank the engine, it'll give us compression readings for each cylinder. So if you don't know already, engines work on combustion and compression. If the compression is low or too low or zero compression, there's obviously a fault internally on the engine. Based on the fault codes and the sound of compression, I'd say the timing on this car has jumped and caused the valves to hit the piston because it went out of timing, and as a result has thrown those fault codes as well. We're going to find out right now. So this part of the tool goes exactly where the spark plug goes. And now we're going to attach the gauge to it and crank the engine. So I've got the gauge attached. Let's see what happens. Crank it. Wow. Stop. That's it. Sean, let's do the other one, yeah? Did you see that? Zero compression on the engine on cylinder number 1. There's no reason to even check the other ones. We've already confirmed cylinder 1 has zero compression, and that is enough for us to know that the engine has to get stripped down. I'll check one more cylinder, random one, just to make sure. But yeah, as you can see guys, this car, this engine, needs to be pulled out, stripped out, and assess the situation. Damn, that's crazy. But like I didn't know that, I bought this car from Copart, factoring in that the engine needs to get pulled out and needs a rebuild anyway. But what's the extent of the rebuild? We're about to find out. So we're going to try cylinder number 3 as well. Go and crank it. Zero. That's enough. All right. 0 on 1, 0 on 3. This has 5 cylinders. We'll just do another cylinder just to see, but it's definitely looking like what we said. The valves have bent and allowing all the compression to leak internally. Go again. Oh, the battery just died out. Okay, this booster needs charging. However, we don't really need to check any further. All we know now is engine needs to be removed. So I guess we'll crack straight on with that. Let's do this. So there you have it guys. Zero compression on 2 free cylinders. Engines coming out. You know you guys love doing this, and that's why you guys love watching my projects. It's always engines out, engine stripped down. Let's pull this 5-pot engine out. Can't wait. This car is gonna be a beast. Wait for the reveal at the end. Let's have a look underneath the car though, before we get started. Of course, we've got a number of oil leaks here. Look at that. Oil leaks everywhere. That's the APR downpipe I was talking about. From there up to there, and all the way back, you've got factory exhaust system, which is the RS stock back box. Check this out. Oh, that's a bit sharp. This car looks like it's been through some bush or something. Yeah, so we're just gonna get the wheels removed first, and these brakes are gonna get well exposed, so we'll check it out properly. Oh yeah, forgot to mention these are aftermarket wheels as well. Not standard, as you can tell. Oh, it's got spaces as well. This guy's done everything. And look at these guys.
You guys spend money for this guy.
Yeah, it definitely did. So, these are ceramics, isn't it? Carbon ceramic, right? This is not steel, is it?
No.
Doesn't look like steel to me. Definitely carbon ceramic. It's got spaces as well. Props to the guy who worked on this car. I love it. Nice color, ceramic brakes, aftermarket wheels. It's even got lowering springs, spacers, carbon fiber steering. You smashed it. It's gonna make my project a whole lot better. That's for sure. Stunning car, mate. Stunning car. Thank you very much. All right, let's have a closer look at these discs. Made in Germany. And guess what we got here? We've got an Audi part number. So this is genuine ceramic discs, not aftermarket, so even more expensive than I thought. Let's do a search. 8VO615301J. Mighty, meaty brakes. Wow, these are some mighty brakes.
Audi ceramic brakes.
No way, look at this. Straight off Google, part number, Audi ceramic brake discs. That is very, very expensive brakes on there, and it's been fitted as aftermarket. I'm 100% sure this doesn't come from factory. 1, because I know it, and 2, front ceramics, rear standard steel brakes. When you opt for the ceramics from factory, you get it in the front and back. So due to the size of the engine bay being very tight around it, the way to remove this engine, or shall I say the fastest and the most effective way, is to drop it down from below with the gearbox and on the subframe. So we're going to start taking things off slowly, suspension, drive shafts and whatnot, and lower the engine and gearbox down. Let me tell you what's crazy, yeah? Now the car is up on the ramp. It's eye level, yeah? I didn't notice this, but guess what? This car's even got an APR intercooler. APR, guys, that is not a cheap aftermarket brand. A proper intercooler. I'm telling you, this was a very lucky purchase. Came with a lot of free goodies with it. I guess I'm gonna find some more surprises once the engine comes down. Who knows, we might even have a upgraded clutch and flywheel in that gearbox. And if so, it can make even more power. Obviously, leave that to us. We've got a plan for this car. All to be announced at the end of this video. Keep watching, guys. Let's get this engine and gearbox dropped first. We'll take it from there. Look at the madness on this, bruv. Carbon ceramic brakes. I don't want to know how much it costs to replace the pads. And don't even talk about the disc, because I ain't going there, I'm telling you that right now. So before we get the engine down, look at the amount of oil leak we got over here. Got oil everywhere. And no doubt, all of this has come from the turbo. To remove the engine now, as you can see, the prop shaft is attached to the transfer case, and then the exhaust as well is in the way. We're now going to remove the exhaust and the prop shaft out of the way and drop the engine down by releasing the bolts from the engine mount. And then we'll see what's next. See what we get with this 2.5 litre TFSI beast. It's going to become a beast. That's the hint I'm going to give you. So we're just in the process of pulling the downpipes down. Downpipes down, you know. But yeah, have a look at this. That is pouring with oil. Right, so this is the previous turbo that was on the car, yeah? I can see why it's been removed, probably for refurbishment or maybe try to save it, I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot of oil coming out of it. So it was a faulty turbo, and that's the reason it was removed from the car. Okay. And the reason why I haven't got one. However, I'm not putting original turbo back on. Just a hint for what's going to happen to this car moving forward. Here we go. The downpipes are now removed. Just put it on the floor for a second so we'll have a look at it. Look at this, guys. APR. APR downpipes. Not Miltech, straight APR. Love the amount of modifications this car's got on it. But anyway, let's crack on. We're just preparing the engine and gearbox to be removed from the car, so anything around the engine needs to be well clear so it can get dropped down safely without damaging anything. There you go, nice and clear. As you can see, there's only one more thing left. Propeller shaft. Now this prop shaft runs across back to the back. If you come across, it goes on top of the exhaust. And there it is. That's the other connection, connected to the rear differential. So all we're going to do is remove or lower the exhaust pipe so we can then take the screws off the prop shaft and then remove it from the front transfer box. Alright guys, downpipe off, midsection of the exhaust off, prop shaft has been lowered. We're just taking the bolts of this. Now we've been able to remove the prop shaft from the transfer box, and as you can see from here, engine is almost free to calm down. It's got a few coolant pipes and boost pipes to take off at the front, and yeah, we'll be taking the bolts off the engine mounts and taking the engine down. Alright, it's time to remove the engine from the car. All we're going to do for that is release the engine mount bolts, which are right there, and on the other side, that's the gearbox. 3 bolts holding up. Once we release those, engine's going to be completely released from the car, and we'll slowly take it down. Right, so we've got the engine lift here, ready to go. Let's get these bolts off. Let's do it. So once we remove these bolts, this engine is going to sit straight onto the lift, and then the ramp's going to go up with the car, and engine's going down and staying down. There'll be a coolant coming out of here. Well guys, there you go. 2.5 litre, 5-cylinder Daza engine. out of the RS3. Look at that. Now what's funny about this engine is I actually expected it for it to have a hole in the block or something as serious as that, because that's what you normally see on these cars, but seems to be perfect so far, except for the compression issue. So what we're going to do now is pretty much take it down to the engine build area, split the gearbox off, and start stripping stuff down. Let's go, let's pull this engine straight to the build area and start stripping. There you go. This car was in copart only a week ago, and straight away at Boost Performance, here we are, straight at it. There's the roof, no engine, no gearbox. Alright, so the engine has been pulled out, and now it's finally that time to tell you what I've been planning to tell you from the start. So when I saw this RS3 in copart, the first thing I thought was, of course I want to buy it anyway as a project car for YouTube. But I thought to myself, you know what, it's got mechanical issues and I would love to do a project on this. And that's why this project is going to be called the Hulk. Know why? It's green, and that's not the only reason. We're going to forge this engine. We are targeting for 900 bhp in this car. We're going for a bigger turbo, forged pistons, forged rods, fuel pumps, you name it. Bigger intercooler, bigger intake. This is going to be an absolute madness. Project Hulk is going to be underway, and I'm very, very excited to start the process, stripping it down, rebuilding it, starting it up, and doing some crazy numbers. Do you know what's the biggest coincidence? Imagine buying a car, planning to do a big project on it, yeah? And for it to come with all these bonuses, like carbon ceramic brake discs, DS1, Dyno Spectrum 1, the tool you saw inside, which is very, very handy and good for tuning. APR intercooler, APR downpipe. I mean, what hasn't this car got? It's mad, it's mad. And of course the spec is absolutely immense with the carbon pack and whatnot. But yeah man, that's all we got time for in this video. I'll see you on the next video where we're gonna strip the engine down, see what's wrong with it. Most likely gonna be in the cylinder head anyway. And yeah, we'll update you with the results. And then we're gonna of course gather the parts for the forge rebuild, pushing this car to 900 bhp. So make sure you guys tune in to the next one. As usual, like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment. Peace out.